I apologize for the technical difficulties that have occurred beforehand here before getting this all started. But here we are, Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Both the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers have been in the position they are at before. The Pacers opened a series of a 111-110 win on Tyrese Haliburton's last-second shot to get them their first and only lead of that game with 0.3 seconds left in the match. His fourth go-ahead or game-tying shot with 5 seconds or less in the fourth quarter or overtime of this postseason. He has won per series. The Thunder dropped their first game of the West Semis in similar heartbreaking fashion on Aaron Gordon's last shot. They stormed back to take Game 2 by 43 points. However, in each and every one of those Game 2s, the Pacers have came back to win. OKC is a perfect 4-0 in games following a loss this postseason, the average margin of victory being 20.5 points per game. The one that was decided by 2 points, Game 4 against Minnesota, and another by 5, Game 4 against Denver. However, the Pacers come back to win a tight Game 2 after winning each of their opening games of this postseason. Haliburton said that this team has drawn motivation from last year's playoff run. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks and the New York Knicks in the first 2 rounds before getting swept by the Boston Celtics. Time and time again, Gilgeous-Alexander, who had 38 points in Game 1, the third most by an NBA player to make his finals debut. He found his spots, created space, released his jumper, and maintained a rhythm. When OKC needed the basket at the fourth disappointment to come back, he delivered. Until he didn't, which opened the door for Haliburton's shot. Rick Carlisle trusted Hallie to take the last shot and didn't call timeout, and his faith was rewarded yet again. He has thrived under the pressure, understood the urgency, and kept OKC scrambling defensively. The big surprise was the Pacers cleaning up their mistakes in the first half and doing it quickly, where they protected the ball. As we get things going, I am Alec Nava. Welcome to Oklahoma City. The referees Zach Zarba, James Williams, and Ben Taylor for tonight's match. And our starting fives being Tyrese Haliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner. The bench unit being T.J. McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Bandic Maffern, Obi Toppin, Thomas Bryant. For the Pacers, they are without Jarris Walker for Game 2. He is out of an ankle injury. For the Thunder, same starting 5 as last time. SGA, Cason Wallace, Luguentz Dort, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Bench unit led by Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, Kenrich Williams, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Also have AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams with a Y. Everyone's here and getting set at Oklahoma City for Game 2. The Pacers with the all-gold uniforms, the Thunder in the royal blue. So y'all get set to hear. Here we go. Game 2 is underway. As the Thunder with their raucous crowd getting set here on the first possession. Swing back for Cason Wallace. He drives up, pulls up, and finishes. Cason Wallace take it to the bank and scoring. On the left is Spicy P. To Haliburton, who's been a frequent playoff hero and now got a new nickname the moment Siakam's free. Got it. From tight coverage, Spicy P wants to spice it up. Far side Chet wants to swing it back for J-Dub. Towards the right wing with Miles Turner on him. Chet fakes the free, moves towards the paint, hooks one up, too far, gets his own rebound, and lays it. Chet Holmgren on a roll early. It's Haliburton attacking back, screen set. Wallace on the switch. With Haliburton looking around Wallace. Right corner, it is Nesmith. Can't deliver. The ball roll. J-Dub to beat out a crashing Nesmith. Williams moves towards the paint. Kicks out left corner. Luguentz Dort fires it. Off the mark. And Dort wanted to get his own rebound. Siakam beat him to it. On the far wing, set for Siakam. Now back for Nembhard. The Aurora, Ontario native. Part of the Greater Toronto area. Holmgren's on Turner. Now back for Nembhard. Nembhard gets the screen from Turner and steps back and fires it. Bank shot. Andrew Nembhard, one of the frequent playoff heroes for the Pacers, as he was last year in the second round against the Knicks. Inside Wallace, kicks it out, J-Dub. Chet fakes the free, moves up. For SGA, kicks it out left corner, it's Cason Wallace. Airballed it. Chet tried to grab the rebound, but gets out of bounds. At times, the Pacers want to move pick and roll, and that time it worked out. With this fast-paced offense, That's what they want to do. Hook and ladder. Turner fakes it. Now drives up. He lost it. It was knocked out of bounds by Wallace, though, and the Pacers will maintain the possession. Nembhard wanting to get a lane. You want to put the ball onto the floor to your best available players. That was the strategy. Deep inbound, looking towards Turner, who keeps it at half court. Nesmith stumbles, just gets it out for Nembhard right on time. He looks, with Turner saying to screen one more time. Gets this one off a free. Short, jumping up is Dort. The Montreal native, 1 of 2 in the finals. The other being Benedict Mathurin, who's coming off the bench for the Pacers. SGA moves it out. Dort lofts the free from 27 feet and delivers. Luguentz Dort from Troy Riviere. Their ECHL team just won the Kelly Cup just recently, and Dort wants to win an NBA championship for the Thunder. Siakam from Turner. At the left hash, Siakam wants to set the height advantage. Backpedals. He threw it away. Just one lead change in game 1. Already we've got 2. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander set things up for Dort. Sees that his spot was closed, so he went backwards towards the Montreal native. He had to contest that shot. Let's go Thunder chance here at Oklahoma City as this ball is inbounded to Dort from J-Dub. Dort will look. Moves out for center and then around for Williams. Williams drives up. Will move back towards the left wing. Williams with Chet. Post up. Knocked away. And Siakam stumbled a bit. It lands onto Nembhard. At the right wing, opposite side is Nesmith, who fakes the free. Now around for Haliburton. The screen from Siakam to an open Nembhard with 10. Nembhard draws a double. At that right hash, kicks out. Left corner. It was deflected out with 6 to shoot. This Pacers team, so fast-paced, so electric and fun to watch. They have 5 players averaging more than 15 points per game this postseason, a winning formula. Nembhard gets it in over to Turner. Turner with 4. Gets it back over to Siakam. Watching tight. Lost one from way out. Oh, that almost went through. And it went up and over. The Thunder will move it up from right to left. And Siakam not happy as he thought that it would... as he wants to get back on defense. His guys, that is. Leading the way now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA will get the screen from Wallace. He'll drive down with pace and fire from just past the free throw line. Got it. SGA getting his first 2. Had a 38-point game in game 1. Or there be more balanced scoring will be the big stars running show. Siakam close stop by J-Dub. From the hash marks to Turner. From mid-range, rattled in. Miles Turner getting some bag shots around. He did so in game 1 with a 3-pointer that went off the window and in. Moving up, it is Williams to SGA, left corner. Kaboom! To quote Eric Reed, the Miami Heat play-by-play announcer, whenever a 3-pointer is made. On the right side, Haliburton to a wide open Nembhard, right corner. Answered back. Andrew Nembhard. Been Canadian on Canadian violence so far. As Williams moves up left side. Knocked away by Hallie. Has Siakam moving up. 2-on-1 here. Siakam. His layup rejected by Chet. And taken up back by Dort for Wallace. Casey Wallace will move back for approaching Chet Holmgren. Can't keep its balance. It'll be Pacers ball. 7-14. You gotta slow down sometimes. And turning block shots into offense here. That's what's the case with Haliburton blocking the shot from J-Dub. Haliburton fakes the drive. Now fires from deep. Tried to draw a foul. This ball tipped up right onto the hands of Williams. SGA's all alone. He'll try to do it himself. But it gets knocked away once again as Haliburton. OKC's defense tried to crowd him. He'll move back over towards the left side. Williams gets towards him. Nembhard closed off in an instant. Has the screen from Turner. Nembhard with Wallace still right on him. Nembhard. Oh, he got a shoulder right on his face. 6:40 to go in the first quarter. As SGA and company will move out. Well, step away here as the timeout's called on the floor. Back in a moment. The Tire take the lead in the final 2 minutes this season. Tyrese Haliburton is 13 of 15. Only 2 misses. And this is one of those moments where he can take over at any part of clutch time. The most famous as such being Game 1 against the Knicks. He's the first player since 1997 with 4 game-tying go-ahead field goals in the final 5 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime in a single postseason. The first shot rimmed out for Nembhard. There could be a 1-point game at the maximum for the Pacers, but Haliburton has been insanely clutch in the playoffs. If any wonder that people can be splitting the Clutch Player of the Year award, giving evenly to Brunson to Haliburton, yes, the second one's good. You have to be willing to take the shots that you get from mid-range or even from free. Those shots, every shot counts. SGA almost mishandled the pass from Jalen Williams as Benedict Mathurin's on the court. 2 Canadians are watched by one another as SGA double pumps, now fires it, rolled out. A hand from Mathurin right on his face. He'll give him 2. And Mathurin looking up saying, well, having that awkward stance. He wanted to take the contact. A double pump. 38 points. The third most in NBA Finals debut. Isaiah Hartenstein on the court for the first time, as the first one's good. The other one being Obi Toppin as SGA double pumped on Benedict Mathurin. It's being smart. And that's a discipline. Those are disciplined plays from SGA. Second one's too far, and Toppin gets the rebound. So back to a 2-point game as Nembhard gets it up. Both shake and bake around. Towards the left for Hallie. Hallie draws the one-on-one with Case and Wallace. Miles Turner running to set the screen. Hartenstein's now on him. Now Wallace back to him. Turner, deep free on the way. Bounced up towards Nembhard, who keeps it alive. Mathurin across the court for Haliburton. Haliburton runs into a wall. Blocking foul on Lugens Dort with 5:57. Of course, as a hoops player, you have to be willing to take the contact and do the dirty work around the areas. That being Haliburton running right onto Dort, says to draw the blocking foul when getting into the shooting motion. Mathurin looks back for Haliburton at the finals trophy logo. Haliburton swings it out for an open Mathurin with free. Knocked away! And the Thunder will move it up. They'll wait and methodically restart their attack. With 17, SGA getting open downhill. Give and go as this ball comes free towards the paint. Let's fight for the loose ball. What's it going to be? It rolled out of bounds, so stay with OKC. Andrew Nembhard poked it free. Just as Gilgeous-Alexander was running downhill, trying to do the give and go for Case and Wallace. And initiated a dogfight for it. And Nembhard, he touched it while out of bounds, which made the ball out of bounds. 5:31 to go in the first. Alex Caruso checks in. Dort's out there at the left corner. SGA at the point. Hartenstein gets it. Hartenstein looks around. To SGA. Give and go. Caruso mishandled it. Left corner. Now puts up the shot. That bounced up. One-handed rebound by Hallie. He'll move it up towards the left. He'll get it back. Deep free from 31 feet. Oh my goodness. Almost had that one. That's Damian Lillard range. Or Steph Curry range for that matter. SGA rolls downhill. Double pumps. Trying to kick it out. Backhanded pass. Caruso left corner. Yes, sir. The Caruso gets into the action. 16-11 OKC. You know both teams have been in this situation in game one. Hallie give and go on the hook and ladder. Toppin got bumped. On the entry pass inside. A lot is happening here in this first quarter with SGA finding the open option. What a feed to Hartenstein, which set the dime for Caruso. If there's a secondary assist, give it to SGA. A behind-the-back pass to Hartenstein, who found the open Caruso at the left corner. Dort has his second foul of this game. We're not even done in the first quarter. Haliburton across the right corner to Mathurin. Fadeaway free. Boom! Benedict Mathurin chiming in on the scoring attack. And the Pacers exploding already. At the left, it is Williams. Jalen Williams trying to move up. Double pump. Kick out for Dort. Lofted one for Hartenstein. Swung around back. It is Dort. Lost one from 27. Too far. Turner gets this rebound one-handed to Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard at that right wing side. Watched by Caruso. Set up past Mathurin. Mathurin moves up towards the left hash. Turner. Open free for him. Had all day, but was short. Caruso the rebound. He's going to go downhill. Testing Turner. Poke free by Turner. He wants to plead his case. Is Rick Carlisle going to challenge it? So the paint gets pulled through as everything is closed off. As Haliburton reads it, he went to Mathurin, but all the issue at the right corner. Catches it and banks it in. No challenge from Carlisle. It'll be Caruso the trigger man. Still looking towards the right wing. Hartenstein gets a tight pass from Isaiah Joe. Hartenstein moves downhill. Left hash. Lays one up. He's fouled. Hartenstein's going to go to the stripe as Thomas Bryant on the court for the first time. As he rolls downhill, of course, gets a cut. He is smart as a rebounder and smart as a paint man. He knows how to take the brunt of contact. He'll shoot two. So it's going to be two free throws for Hartenstein. First one, sunk. 17-14. As OKC now leads 17-14, but they're up by 3. Game 3 will be on Wednesday. Tonight is a Sunday. Tomorrow, Monday, will be Game 3 at the Stanley Cup Final. John and I will have the coverage. As the series shifts to Emirates Bank Arena. Hartenstein too far in the second one. TJ McConnell grabs this rebound. Moving back the other way for the far side. Set up for Mathurin on the right wing. Mathurin got it back for Halleck. Now towards the left side. McConnell. Quick three-pointer left corner. Big shot. Tie game here. Obi Toppin, who's taken to the top on electric dunks and amazing three-pointers. Shea moves left, then downhill. Shea puts one up, roll it out. Hartenstein tried to grab it. It lands onto Bryant. Now to the near side, it is Haliburton, who drives. Kicked out all the way from McConnell. Toppin will drive it downhill. Toppin swatted away by Chet. Walked it out of bounds with free throw to go in the quarter. And the Thunder fans are thundering up. Mark Daigneault going double big has been a boon for the Thunder. And Chet, known for outstanding defense, swats it away with his fingertips. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back in just a moment. Tyrese Haliburton knows how to set up his guys. And already, he is the driving force of this Thunder machine. And he knows where each lane is. So far, with Haliburton leading the charge, corner threes have been huge. Game 1, 10 of 16. Haliburton traveled. Third turnover already for the Pacers. in this first quarter. Haliburton so far has 3 assists. He's set up the backcourt violation. They're going to call it as it's moved up to Caruso. Each team has 3 turnovers. So far in this game as Hartenstein gets the swing pass in Caruso. SGA will kick it out. Right wing for Joe. The free. Double rimmed out. Naismith grabs this rebound. Fed up for TJ McConnell, who will look at the right corner. Watched by Caruso. Will swing it for Obi Toppin. Kicked out for Hallie. Gets a screen from Toppin. Lofts the free. Yes, sir. Double screen. So set up by Toppin and Thomas Bryant. Moving back, it is Joe who will fight Hartenstein. Joe drives up, lays it in. Ice hand Joe. Getting crafty with it. Chris Paul and his son Chris Paul is second in attendance here. Moving up, it is Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton, fadeaway jumper. Now stomping out. Chet the rebound. We'll move to Shea. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander gets the setup from Hartenstein on the screen. Chet fakes the free. Now he'll take the free. Knocked it down. Chet Holmgren off the pump. It'll call it a deep 2 for the moment. Inside, Toppin gets the whistle. On the pass, 1:56 to go here in the opening act. Already, Nembhard was 6 points. SGA was 6. Joe usually is a 3-point shooter, but this time he cuts back door and then goes inside for the deuce. It's Chet. His foot was on the line. It's a deep 2. As he steps back and fires that one. 21-20. The lead as Nembhard triggers in for McConnell. 3-point guards on the floor. Nembhard back in. McConnell for Nembhard. Catch and shoot free. Right corner. Short. Joe getting a rebound. Isaiah Joe moving up for the near side. All the way across for Caruso. Or rather, Hartenstein. He'll move back for Joe. Open free on the way. Too far. Jumping up for the board. It is Naismith. Near side, McConnell. McConnell will look with 90 seconds left in the quarter. Thomas Bryant catch and shoot free. Right side. Rimmed out. And moving up, it is SGA. Up the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander moving towards the paint. Cutting down. Will try to draw one. Can't. As he was getting one through at the free throw line. Aaron Naismith catch and shoot for the right side. That also rimmed out. Chet another rebound. As Siakam laid one up, but a foul is called before the basket. It's going to be on the Pacers. Loose ball foul. Bryant, the midseason trade acquisition, getting called for a loose ball foul as he hit the arms of Chet Holmgren fighting for the ball. Shea will move up through the middle with a minute left in the quarter. SGA will move towards the right wing with Hartenstein staying screen. Shea patiently waiting. He'll take his time, then drive downhill. Kick out left wing side for Chet. Kaboom! Chet Holmgren! This time it's a free. Had 6 total points in game 1. So far he's popping up here in the first quarter. 40 seconds to go here. As McConnell slows the pace down. But the Thunder scored the last 7 points. McConnell looks around left and right. McConnell pulls up from the free throw line. Short. Hartenstein is another rebound. Difference is 5 seconds on shot clock and game clock. Through the left side, it is SGA who step back. Has O'Day to fire this one. Rimmed out. The rebound last touched by Thomas Bryant. It'll stay with the Thunder. A double big lineup by OKC to end off this first quarter, which we have 15.9 left. Difference is about 2 seconds. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein both out there. Miles Turner, Benedict Mathurin both check back in. So that means Thomas Bryant will get towards the bench. But SGA, as he cuts downhill, finds the open Chet Holmgren, who's focusing on improving his 3-point shot. It'll be inbounded by Caruso. Caruso will continue to look. He wants Chet. Finds him. Chet cuts downhill and lays it. The Thunder have the last 9 points of this first quarter, unless the Pacers have something to say about it with 8 seconds. Nembhard will look. Both teams in the bonus. 5 seconds. Nembhard will drive to the left side. Nembhard double team. And no shot. No shot. It came after the buzzer. Pascal Siakam waited for too long. So that will end the first quarter with the Thunder on a 9-0 run to close out the opening 12 minutes. All capped off with Chet Holmgren, formerly the second overall pick of his draft. When we come back, it'll be his second quarter. When we return, as we say hello to Ian Genge. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah. Game 2 of the NBA Finals is underway.
You know, man, as we go to the other game 2, that was the definition of barn burner in the Stanley Cup final.
Oh, man. I can't even. Alex, I thought at first, because it was going to be the same teams again, I thought the hype and the excitement would be a little diminished because the parity was gone, and with the way Florida was playing, I didn't think there was going to be much to watch. I am so glad that I was wrong. Games 1 and 2 have been exceptional. And I hope, I want the Oilers to make it through because I want McDavid and Draisaitl to do it, to do the thing. But man, let this go to a Game 7.
Oh, please, give us 7 games of this. Game 2 showed that it's not going to end early. But and we are in for a very hotly contested series. Maybe one in which it's even more hotly contested than last year's Stanley Cup final. We know both teams are used to seeing each other, and we know for a fact that, of course, even the old guys are chiming onto the scoring. Corey Perry, 40 years old, tied the game. Brad Marchand, 37 years old, scored a shorty and won the game, both on breakaways. But what I expect here for tomorrow's game, I think Edmonton may have some pushback, but they need to win the second period.
Agreed. And there's I lost my train of thought. But oh yeah, speaking of Corey Perry, how many consecutive Stanley Cup finals is this? Or maybe not consecutive, but how many Stanley Cup finals in the past?
This is his 5th Stanley Cup Finals appearance in 6 years.
Good Lord. You know what? Just go ahead and break through. Get him his second cup. No, he was on that 07 Ducks team, right?
Yes, he was. With Getzlaf, Pronger, and Niedermeyer.
That's right. Just go ahead and get number 2 right off into the sunset, man.
Yep, that's what I believe it to be, right off into the sunset. I feel he's not going to retire without winning a second Stanley Cup. Moving up, it's McConnell as we get back here. Nembhard tried to go behind the back on his pass. Instead, he'll step back and fire a free. Way too far, and it hit the backboard, not the rim. Hartenstein, another rebound. Moving up through the far side is Jalen Williams. Towards the right wing, Joe doesn't shoot the free. Spins around Siakam. Lays it off the glass. Isaiah Joe. Funky. Nembhard at that right wing side. Siakam sets up from the point. A man on his face, that's Aaron Wiggins. Siakam wants to drive back. Nembhard doesn't fire. Has Caruso on him. He knows that when Caruso's on, that sparks trouble. Nembhard, right corner. McConnell to shoot it. Now he does. And connects. Took him a while. But TJ McConnell, after waiting out some time, he fired the free and sunk it. Moving up now, it is Jalen Williams. Hook and ladder. Oh my goodness! Jalen Williams. A funky layup. Kyrie-esque. Count it and the foul. He goes downhill right on TJ McConnell and puts this one up and through. Big time players making big time plays. This is no different. It continue his meteoric ascension to being one of the better two-way forwards in the league. The end one is good. It is 31-23 OKC. 1:15 gone in the second quarter with Shea and Chet on the bench. McConnell. And that speaks to how deep OKC is. Miles Turner wants to get around Hardenstein. He sets a screen at the right side for Maffrin, who steps back and fires a mid-range shot. Bounced up and out. Kaysen Wall with the rebound. He'll go to J-Dub. Caruso! Blocked by the foul. No, they're going to call it a goaltend. It bounced off the glass. They're going to count this a goaltend. He becomes the secondary ball handler. Siakam was late to the block, so they'll count it as a goaltend against the Pacers. This isn't even the spotlight where you can say if you're a goaltender, tend to goal, but if you're a ball handler, handle the ball. Turner didn't take note. Caruso blocked. It falls through. The ball was blocked, but it somehow fell through. How does that happen? Rick Carlisle doesn't like the call. They're not going to count the basket, but wow. How in the world? Jalen Williams is telling him not to challenge this. As Caruso, he ran right into Nembhard. It's not a block, but it was a bump. It somehow fell through. I thought it was blocked from the angle that was presented. Turner creates space, lays one up, bounced in. Miles Turner with a tough one. Right on Isaiah Hardenstein. We've seen some crazy action here in Game 2 of this year's finals. Inside, intercepted. McConnell led the passing lane. TJ McConnell to drive up. Layup goes for Maffrin. It's an Arizona Wildcat connection here. 33-27, the lead here for OKC, who have a point to the pay advantage of 16-4. Kicked out right corner for Caruso. Bounced up. Hardenstein to rebound. Lay one up. Doesn't go. Third try. No. A fourth try. Saved by McConnell as it was exiting out. A lot has happened here. Nembhard grabs a hold of it. This has been hot potato. TJ McConnell will wait. Now fire it. No. And his rebound grabbed by Wiggins. Someone get me a breather here. Aye, aye, aye. All the way back at the logo is J-Dub. Shake and bake. The mid-range shot. Yes. Jalen Williams sinks it down. Rick Carlisle calls timeout. The Thunder are thundering here in OKC. No pun intended. But in Game 2, things are going right. We'll step away.
So, hey, Alec, I want to share this quick stat with you from the Royals' win over the White Sox today. So, in Royals history, there have only been 2 Royals with a 4-hit game within their first 6 MLB games of their career. Jack Taglione today. The other one, Bo bleeping Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Legend.
Yes, Good Lord. Good Lord, Alec. I mean, this kid's 20 years old, gets called up in a road series against the... And in his 6th game, goes 4 for 4. And the thing is, he hasn't even hit a home run yet. These are all singles and doubles.
Winning baseball.
Well, kind of. They went 3 for 3, losing the series against the White Sox, but winning the series against the Cardinals, who are a wild card team in the NL. I don't understand baseball that much. I think I do, and then I don't.
Oh, It's back and forth. Baseball is basically a roller coaster of emotions and a roller coaster of feelings. But yeah, you never know what to expect. And then you have Jonathan India going 3 for 5, who's been very up and down as the leadoff hitter for the Royals. But this is one of those Jekyll games for Jonathan India. And meanwhile, you got the most famous rivalry in baseball, the Red Sox and the Yankees. That's been a dogfight. The Red Sox are up 5-3 right now. They're wanting to hand it to the Yankees. And so far, it's been very tight. The name of the game, home runs. Aaron Judge had the first say. Then it was answered back by Christian Campbell, plays second base for Boston. DJ LeMahieu with the answer. And then the Red Sox got the lead by way of Carlos Narvaez. They lead 5-3. So, coming back is with the NBA seeing back and forth action. This is uncharted territory for the NBA. Because they'll have a 7th different champion in as many years. The first time this has happened. So parity has arrived. However, there is a realistic scenario in which the Four Nations Face-Off Championship game will draw more viewers on average than the NBA Finals. And that's a damning testament to marketing. The Pacers on the offensive now. There is a watch party at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Pacer faithful is watching over there. Pascal Siakam steps back, gets loosened up, gets some open space. Too far. One-handed rebound by J-Dub. Lead pass to Chet. He'll look around the left side. Opening up for J-Dub. Will lay one up. Blocked by Siakam. McConnell wants to go downhill. Finds an open top in. All the way across for Maffrin. The 2-on-1 is canceled out. Benedict Maffrin with Chet Holmgren on his face. Maffrin moves up, kicks it out right corner. Toppin fakes it. Now he'll fire this one up. Bounced up. Can't get it. Holmgren the rebound. He'll move it up near side for J-Dub. He'll move it over. Across the wings for Chet. Spinning. He falls down. Caruso opens up. Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins from deep. Got it. From the wing. Aaron Wiggins. It's actually not Chet, as Tyrese Haliburton says, I got next from the bench. Moving at the left side, the hook your ladder. Air ball, Kenrich Williams. Breakout pass. Jalen Williams with McConnell to beat. Grab from behind. 2 shots to come through. And in all honesty, that would be the only play that TJ McConnell would have to make. Thunder fans don't like it. But given that McConnell, he either had to jump up to block the shot or have to grab from behind. He's forced into a pickle. Chet Holmgren switched it up. And it was Chet on the floor. It's shooting 2 as J-Dub rattles the first one in. It is 39-27. 3 players back on the court for the Pacers, including Haliburton, Aaron Nesmith. It's Williams making All-NBA 3rd team, the first career selection of him in his career. It's J-Dub with the cornrows. Began the season with an afro. Ben Shepherd on the court. There's 7:32 to go here in the second frame. Lugens Dort back on the court. Second shot's good. So Dort's on the court for defensive purposes. Chet all the way back on defense. J-Dub with 7 points, 4 boards, and 4 dimes. Haliburton goes towards the left corner for Shepherd. Hook your ladder for Toppin. He drives down. Lays one up. Didn't go. And the ball came loose for Kenrich. On the right side, it'll be Wiggins. Pass for Williams. Kenrich Williams going to an open Chet. Slamming it down. It's been all thunder here. Ever the second quarter. Timeout, Indiana. They find themselves down 15, same scenario as game 1, but this time it's the second quarter. What a backdoor feed from Kenrich Williams to Chet Holmgren, who is cleared for takeoff. Back to you from Oklahoma City. Says, oh, this is going on. It's now 7-3 Red Sox. Meanwhile, at Yankee Stadium, they just turned over to the bottom of the 6th. Jaron Duran with a base hit has scored in Trevor's Story. And the other base runner that plays from third, so the third and scoring in the third baseman, Abraham Toro. The 7-3 Boston. Meanwhile, so we're taking a look at MLB scores. How in the world did the Pirates win a series over the Phillies? That's what I'm wondering. Just as dumbfounded as everyone else. Still waiting alongside here, but nonetheless, I'm so dumbfounded that we managed to win a series over the Philadelphia Phillies.
Well, the Rockies can sweep a team and beat the Mets at least once, you know.
Oh.
God.
There is that. Paul Skeens pitched 8 innings, threw 97 pitches, 7 strikeouts, yet doesn't have the win recorded to him. That I'm also confused about.
Well, what was do you remember what the score was going into the 8th?
So going into the 8th, it was 1-1 before Andrew McCutchen got the game-winning hit to score O'Neal Cruz.
Well, that's why. Because the game was tied, he gave up 1 run in the 3rd, and the Pirates didn't score again until the 8th, after his day was done. So I think that's why.
Perhaps.
Because technically he didn't, even though he did, by statistics wise, he merely
got the Pirates to win.
He got the Pirates don't get me wrong, he got the Pirates win, but I think the way it works stats wise is if you give up a run and it's a tie game until after your day is done, if your team gets the lead after your day's done, it's the next guy who's gonna get the win. Believe me, it's unfair, but that's the way the stat works. The way I figured it.
It's confusing, all of it on its own. So we are back in the action. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, filthy, immediately going to his bag as SGA. As he sat on the bench for a while, he's back in his bag. Chet Holmgren was 11 points so far for 11 minutes, outscoring his game 1 total. Feed towards Shepard, who lost it as it sailed out of bounds. 6 turnovers already for the Pacers, who are doing a good job defensively, but Shea manages to read this one out right on Bandit Mathurin and gets the shot away, getting the deuce up to 44-29. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. The Pacers have already used 2 timeouts. 2 points off turnovers for the Thunder, 5 for the Pacers. Shea drives, lays it in, and the foul. Chance for a 3-point play for SGA. He's been everywhere on the court. Takes his time and gets the hand from Mathurin. Of course, how shifty he is. And with the finish, a mix of grit and sandpaper mixed with amazing finishing skills for SGA. Fans chanting MVP. J-Dub and SGA have scored or assisted on 31 points. The Pacers have 29 here. Mathurin has the second foul against him. The and-one is good. The lead is up to 18. SGA has 11 points already with 3 assists, 4 of 7 shooting. Moving downhill is Hallie towards Nesmith, who fakes the free. Nesmith waited a little too long. Haliburton moves. Right wing side. Open up for Nesmith. Nesmith drives towards the right hash. Moves up. Bounced up. Can't get it. Hartenstein to rebound. Across towards the left for Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins looks at the point. Now left wing. Wiggins shake and bake. The free on the way. Yes, sir! Aaron Wiggins reaching into the bag of tricks. It's 50-29 here. Past the midway mark of the second. And the ball is stolen by Kenrich Williams. Off the pass towards the inside. The Thunder going on a 17-2 run. Chance to expand it. Shea's tripped. Siakam clipped him by the legs. And Wiggins with the shake and bake right on Tyrese Haliburton. Andrew Nembhard did that to Shea. Wiggins with a little measure of revenge here in Game 2. He's sending a reminder that this bench is much deeper than it looks. Inside, Shea gets loose and scores! The Storm on full go! Another Pacer timeout. The Thunder exploding to a 19-2 run in the last 4:50. Back to you from Oklahoma City. Oh my, Ian. What the Thunder are doing is a masterclass.
Yep, they realize, well, they need to keep it up, but I think they realize real quick that the Pacers are coming out to play. The fact is, the Pacers are not scared of the Thunder, so I think OKC realized that they had to make them fear them. And this is how they do it.
Yep. Of course, reliable defense gets rewarded for such. If you remember last game, that the Thunder forced 24 turnovers, but they couldn't capitalize out of any of those, out of a majority of those chances, because they didn't get enough points off turnovers. But as we get back here, SGA is having a near perfect season. He's having a respectable season, and that's an understatement to put it lightly. Oh, almost was a foul. Now the foul is called. Miles Turner with an illegal screen. And Shea, of course, as you speak of that near perfect season, Western Conference Finals MVP, regular season MVP, All-Star Game. So as we go, All-Star Game nominee, gets his team to the 1 seed, scoring champion, named to All-NBA first team. Ball deflected. Here is Nembhard down the near side. Nembhard open space up and lays it. Already the Pacers down to their final 3 timeouts. That's not what they want to do. But if they were to pull off a comeback, they had to do what the Knicks did. They trailed by 23. SGA almost lost it. Kenrich Williams saves it. He opens space up for Hartenstein. Strung it back out for SGA. Has Siakam on him. The switch. SGA with the mid-range shot. Bounced up. Rebound corralled by Kenrich. J-Dub to Dort. Hartenstein to Wiggins. Left corner free. Short. Hartenstein another offensive rebound. Kenrich Williams behind the back. Jay can't save it. His feet were on the line at half court. That would have been one of the most chaotic sequences ever. Well, it was already, but even more chaotic if it were for a scoring chance. Wow. 3:42 remains here as Chet Holmgren checks back in. And man, has he been such a beast on the court. Williams subs out. Kenrich, that is. Pascal Siakam trying to open up space. Drives downhill. Lays it up. And one. Pascal Siakam gets 2 points back for the Pacers. Chance for a 3-point play. Thunder still lead at 52-33. As he splits the gap between J-Dub and Chet. Down the right hash marks. That's what he does here. He's one of the more electric scorers in the league. While not a household name, as opposed to other superstars, he can get the job done for you. He will sink the N1. So it is an 18-point game. Alex Caruso getting this one up down the middle. 6 points for Siakam. Caruso swings it out right side. Ball is poked away, but it lands right out of bounds. Andrew Nembhard getting a hand on the ball with SGA trying to get it down. So Caruso inbound. Shea down the near side as he'll look. Nembhard pressuring. Splits the gap. SGA kicked out left corner for Chet Holmgren. Short. And the rebound grab by Nembhard. Caruso backs up. Near side Siakam. Siakam wants to drive. Caruso crowding him. Almost thrown away. See a lot of backcourt violations in this game. Siakam drives up. Lays it in. Another beautiful layup for Siakam, who now has 8. The Pacers have the last 7 points. SGA driving downhill. Kicked it out. Wide open is J-Dub. Rattled out. Rebound collected by Turner. Nembhard moves it up. Siakam, right corner. It is Aaron Nesmith. Big shot. Aaron Nesmith cuts it to a thin 13. It's right back at that margin. The Thunder, sensing danger, call timeout with 2:40 to go in the second. We'll be right back. Oh, this week head to break. We know what the Pacers are capable of when they spot a deficit. And even so, we learned from previous playoff games that even if you're leading, even by as much as 20 plus points, the lead's not safe.
No. Hey, Alec, when halftime hits, I'm gonna have to get off. I have to go do something, but I'll be back on for the rest I'll be back on for the rest of the second half.
All right, got you. And this a 7-3 Dodger victory over the Cardinals as we are checking all around. The Tigers, they're on total cruise control this season. They beat the Cubs 4-0 tonight. Jack Flaherty to win for Detroit, as it was led up by Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green. What a year Torkelson's having. What a year that Javi Baez is having too.
Javi Baez redemption arc. Anyone have that on their bingo card? I didn't.
Me neither. 10-0 run for the Pacers in the last 2:20 as Shea puts an end to that. 54-39. The Thunder restored to 15. See if the Pacers can get another comeback here. They show up by 15 in game 1. Siakam, circus layup, can't get it. Shea moves it up far side. All the way across, Case and Wallace. Deliver back Shea. Caruso, wide open free. Yes, sir! Alex Caruso. Put it on a silver platter. 57-39. Caruso's got 8. 2 of 4 from deep. Ball stolen away. J-Dub moves downhill. He'll deliver right side, right corner. Caruso try again. Can't hit it again. Haliburton tips the rebound to himself with 1:43. Caruso's on him. Now moved up left side with Case and Wallace. Miles Turner wants to break free. Siakam wants to spin around. Poked away, but a foul. 1:32 left. 57-39 is the lead for OKC. Don Nelson received the Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award. One of 2 coaches in NBA history to. So you see, it's 31 seasons as an NBA head coach for Don Nelson. Previously with the Dallas Mavericks. And one of the best in Dallas history, Rick Carlisle was there as well. 2 free throws for the Pacers, both teams in the bonus. So it's 2 free throws the rest of the way. Siakam, waiting timeout. First shot. Short. And Nelson watches from this crowd. He was well revered as an NBA head coach. Nelson, that is. Well, recognized as one of the best in the league. 19 points, 10 rebounds for Siakam in game 1. Haliburton was the hero with 14 points. The game-winning shot. Second shot. Good. Lead is cut to 17. He has 9 points, 2 assists. Haliburton has 10 rebounds in game 1. 6 assists in that game 2. J-Dub wants to open space up. Williams lays one up and in. 1:15 to go. J-Dub is catching fire. Haliburton down the near side. Tyrese Haliburton will move through towards the right. Haliburton drives up, kicked out left wing. Neesmith from the point. Bounced up and stayed out. Holmgren in the final minute will move it towards the right. SGA will drive it. Several low dribbles. Now pulls up. Can't deliver. Car crash. And out of that car crash, it is Siakam. 45 seconds on the quarter. The Pacers need points. What's the desperation factor here? Siakam heaves one for Neesmith. Walked away by Chet. Grabbed up by Obi Toppin, who keeps it alive. With 5, Siakam wants to lose Caruso. Siakam steps back, fires away. Short. Rebound comes back to Siakam. He'll kick it back out for Hallie. At the logo. 8 to shoot. Haliburton opens space up, but J-Dub's still on him. Haliburton has to get it off on time. He does. Third time is not a charm. Another offensive rebound is Siakam. Final shot here goes to the Pacers with 5. Nembhard drives. Draws a foul. That'll be 2. As the Pacers earn the bonus. 4.1 on the clock. You wonder if the Pacers are going to make second half adjustments, because you expect this from Rick Carlisle. The turnovers are not at 20, but Carlisle has that familiar expression. One of the best coaches of all time. First shot, it is rolled out. So far, the Pacers are not doing a good job of controlling the pace. SGA with 15 points, Chet with 11, J-Dub with 9. Those are scoring leaders for the Thunder, as you'd expect. The maturity of this trio, even if they're young and electric. Williams still out there on the court, SGA 2. Nembhard sinks the second one. And immediately the Thunder go to work. Final possession. This was kicked, so the Pacers will have to shoot one at the buzzer. Airballed. The lead is 59-41. Thunder at halftime after an errant sequence to end this first half. When we come back, it'll be the halftime report. Alec Nava here with you with Ian Genge. We'll be right back.
All right, I got to get off for a bit, but I'll be back for the second half.
All right, catch it in, Ian. This is the halftime show. I'm Alec Navas. The Pacers lead 59-41. This time they jump. It's the Thunder lead 59-41, excuse me. This time they jump out to a 23-point lead. And they want to make sure that they bury this time around. The lead is 18. The points in the paint 26-12, distinctly the advantage of the Thunder. Pacers shooting 15 of 43 in this game. 3-point percentage is 722 for the Pacers, 719 for the Thunder. While the Thunder are shooting 23 of 45. Free throw rate 6 of 8 Thunder, Pacers 4 of 7. Rebounds are 25-21 OKC. Assists are a slight advantage towards the Thunder, 14-13. Sharing the ball some more. Steals 5 each, blocks 2 each. Turnovers 9-8. Pacers, so the Thunder are having a slight edge protecting the ball. Other times they're opposing their defense. The Thunder scored 7 points off turnovers. The Pacers 10. Fast break points 7-4. Indiana. So that's who lead the way on the stat sheet. SGA 15 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Shots are 6 of 11 for SGA as he likes to go towards the inside. Chet Holmgren, 11 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Being an impactful two-way presence, 5-8 shooting-wise. The Thunder just shooting 19 3-pointers. Alex Caruso 2 of 5, Aaron Wiggins 2 of 3. In terms of off the bench, 8 points each for Caruso and Wiggins. That includes the 3-pointers. And Jalen Williams with 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Shea has 2 steals and a block to add on to that. For the Pacers, 9 points each for Pascal Siakam and Andrew Nembhard. 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Siakam. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals for Nembhard. Siakam 3 of 8, Nembhard 3 of 7. 5 points each for Aaron Nesmith and Benedict Mathurin. Nesmith with 3 rebounds. Tyrese Haliburton 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 2 turnovers, which does not help. 4 points for Miles Turner. 3 each for Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell. The low points for them being on 3-pointers alongside Haliburton. So alongside the MLB score lines, get you some rundowns. 2-1 Pirates, Andrew McCutchen the winning run. And right now, the Red Sox, they lead 7-3 over the New York Yankees in the 6th inning. It's actually middle of the 7th. Red Sox lead 7-5. Jazz Chisholm Jr. sac fly to left. Trent Grisham walked, which scored in Cody Bellinger. It's been a back-and-forth shootout between these two sides. Ben Rice starting at DH. Been a revelation at DH. Aaron Judge gets back to his usual position. Rays 3-2 over the Marlins. Padres 1-0 over the Braves. Rangers 4-2 over the Nationals. The Reds 4-2 over the Diamondbacks. 4-0 Tigers over the Cubs, as aforementioned. The Guardians 4-2 over the Astros. The Royals 7-5 over the White Sox. The Twins 6-3 over the Blue Jays. The Dodgers 7-3 over the Cardinals. The Mets 13-5 over the Rockies. The Giants 4-3 over the Braves. The A's 5-1 over the O's. The Mariners 3-2 over the Angels. So as for the Mets, they get the win. Juan Soto a perfect 3 for 3. 3 runs scored and 3 walks. All 3 of his hits were base hits. Lead things off for New York. Jeff McNeil, Francisco Alvarez, Pete Alonso, Tyrone Taylor, McNeil again, Brett Beatty, Alonso, and Francisco Alvarez one more time for the scoring for the Mets with the win over the Rockies. So as for keys here, Isaiah Hartenstein started 53 of his 57 regular season games despite injuries and all 16 playoff games before Game 1 of this series. The Thunder's record with doing so, 57-12. He lost the only game in the playoffs with Mark Daigneault out of a smaller lineup. Inserting Case and Wallace, break up the Twin Tower lineup. The idea was to match up with the Pacers' speed. It worked if you focus on the 20 turnovers in the first half, but not on the glass. The turnovers cut short possession for the Pacers, but the ones they play out to completion went well. No NBA team has turned over the ball 20 times or more in the first half of a game in nearly 18 years. The Pacers in Game 1 of the series almost matched the New Jersey Nets in 2007 in November against the Miami Heat. The Pacers slowed down slightly from 54% to 47%. The blueprint is to navigate around OKC's defense. They were uncharacteristically... The OKC defense was uncharacteristic against the pace So the Thunder's defense was uncharacteristic of the Pacers in giving up that many turnovers, which tends to be more precise with their attack. Rick Carlisle and company have seemingly used the extra preparation time of the playoffs and repeat exposures to opposing defenses to find soft spot for the best possible looks. So the point total threshold, they're 13-0 with shooting at least 45% of the floor or better than 33% for the arc. OKC is trying to focus on forcing turnovers. One knows that Obi Toppin turned the ball over 3 times in 5 minutes of the first quarter game 1, but not his final 20 minutes of action. SGA looked like his MVP form as a high-volume shooter and scorer, and again he's doing so here. The Thunder had just 13 assists on their 39 shots, far fewer than the 26.9 assists they averaged in the regular season. They threw just 2 or 8 passes on the game, the fewest passes for any team in any game all season. Having SGA initiate a lot of offense enabled the Pacers to direct their defense to stymieing him, not just as a shooter, but as a passer. The second half will be up soon. I'm Alec Nava. We'll see you in a bit. What comes after thunder is lightning. Right now, there's a storm at Oklahoma City. We're going to continue monitoring that as we go along. And right now, it is the Thunder who have the lead. And usually, when there's thunder, there is lightning. That remains true as Oklahoma City has some thunderstorms in the area. So fans will have to be careful when driving home. And even though the thunder sounds, would they be happier with a win? Even with the thunder going around? At this point, I may be more concerned about their safety. 59-41 after the first half. Points off turnovers are 10-7 Pacers. Paint points are 26-12. Indiana, however, 6-2 when trailing at halftime in the playoffs. They are the comeback kings for that reason. So OKC in Game 2, they answered back on the Denver Nuggets in the second half. In Game 2, that is, right after a heartbreaking opening game defeat. Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander all out there on the court. Pascal Siakam 9 points, Tyrese Haliburton 3 points. Here we go. Second half is underway. Siakam moving right to left. Pacers in the all-gold uniforms. He drops back for Turner. Nembhard moves up and around. Whistle blow. So the foul is away from the play. So as Jim Boylan, the assistant coach of the Pacers, they had to do a better job attacking the Thunder defense. They need that added factor of hunger up and around. Haliburton moving over to the left corner. The Turner sending this one across to Siakam. Pascal Siakam to Haliburton. Now back for Turner. Turner moves up. Hooks one. Rejected but a foul. Chet Holmgren got a hand right on Turner. So he's going to shoot free throws and get set. Turner's been a longtime member of this club. One may imagine that since he is the longest tenured Pacer, he may be the team captain. Wearing the number 33 in Pacer gold. The first shot is good. He got one. He's been the longest tenured Pacer. He's been here since the Paul George era. The only holdover from that time. 15 points, 9 rebounds. It stays that way as he misses the second one. Lujan Stort will move it up. It was short. 5 points, 2 rebounds for Turner. He had 15 points in Game 1. A double team towards Jalen Williams, who's been on fire. Kicked out for Chet, who doesn't fire it. He'll try to move up. Shake and bake. Tries to spin out. Turner, short on the hook. Haliburton will lead the other way. Hallie moving right side. Giving it down to an open Turner. Three-pointer. Well short. And this rebound grabbed by Williams, but a foul. He'll stay with Indy. It's a loose ball foul. Fans don't like it. On the offensive end, he's been everywhere. Storms have been around Oklahoma City. Expect that to continue throughout the night. 59-42, the lead here for OKC. He'll be in down for the far side, over to Hallie. At the Paycom Center logo. Nembhard sets up at the opposite side. One of the Thunder players goes down. Turner sinks it. It's a 15-point game. Don't count out the Pacers just yet. They trail by 23, but even so, even the largest of even the most comfortable fleets are not even safe. SGA will drive, kick it out left corner. J-Dub. Yes, sir. Jalen Williams. Pick you up where you left off. Nembhard up the other way, left wing. Trying to drive it backwards. With Dort on him. Neesmith to Turner. Has Holmgren on him. Turner spins. Wants to fire. Foul. Won't go there. The foul on Chet. SGA driving down. It's an easy basket there for Jalen Williams at the left corner. SGA driving downhill. You have to get to those dirty areas. First shot is good. 1:36 gone in this third quarter. Shea's got 15 points with 5 assists. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for Oklahoma City. Going to monitor that in the meantime. There's storms on the south side of OKC. Second shot is good. 16-point game again. Big-time players make the adjustments and find ways to improve on their game. That applies to Haliburton and SGA, two superstars here. A whistle blows. It is against the Pacers. Haliburton is unhappy with the officials. This is his first NBA Finals assignment for Ben Taylor. James Williams and Zach Zarba, the other two officials. SGA will move inside for Cason Wallace. Takes it in. Cason Wallace pushing back with the pace. Up the other side is Hallie. Shake and bake at the right. Haliburton driving down. Kicked out Turner to shoot the free. He'll drive downhill on Chet. The layup missed. Chet the rebound. Moving up for Shea. SGA wanting to shake and bake. Moving around the left side. Mid-range jumper. Votes it. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with a freezer. The lead is now 20 again. Ball knocked out by J-Dub. Some more pushing and shoving afterwards as SGA put the shake and bake on Aaron Nesmith. Shot of history. A nasty floater from distance. Gets it to for Turner. He answers. Miles Turner answers right back for Trey. Lead is now 17. He's got 8 points in this half. SGA. In this quarter for Turner, that is. SGA will look back right onto Nembhard. Two Torontonians here. SGA draws a double, puts one up. Rallies this one out. He'll get a foul called against Nembhard. He'll shoot two. He is a little slow to get up. He'll get over towards the line. It's 17 points and 6 assists for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who started his career as a Clipper but was drafted by the Hornets. His first shot is good. No doubt about it. As Rick Carlisle wants the explanation, he is none too pleased about the foul call. Has to be maintaining his cool. Has to be maintaining his cool, though. Second shot. Got it. Sometimes you want to avoid those heated moments in which you can get you technical fouls. Up the near side is Hallie. Tyrese Haliburton up the middle with 9 minutes left. Ball drop back for Nesmith. Turner. Swing it around for Haliburton. Haliburton got this one up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch OKC. Sam Presti was transformed this team from the up down. Rebuilt it from scratch. And they're in the position where they're at now. Inside for Nesmith. Dort on his face. Nesmith moving around. Dort staying with him. The ball knocked free for Siakam left corner. Bounced up. And the rebound tipped up for Cason Wallace. Has just one man to beat. Wallace will dribble this one towards the outside. J-Dub. Too hot to header for him. He gets it back. Towards Shea. He'll look at the left wing. Nembhard on his face. SGA will move up. J-Dub. Open space to fire the free. Bounced up. Nembhard the rebound. Through the near side, Siakam. Moves downhill. Siakam on the floater. Rim down. The rebound. Grabbed by Siakam. The second attempt. Couldn't go there. And a foul. The two big men for the Pacers helping each other. Siakam and Turner. The double big formation. Harden's side tried to allege his case. 68-49 the lead for OKC. As Indiana wants to make a comeback for the second straight game. The Thunder trying to hold on. Siakam's first shot is good. And among big trades, for both the Pacers and the Thunder, you have to do what you have to make, of course. Turning Paul George into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams. One of the most lopsided trades in recent NBA history. Fans trying to distract Siakam. He is 2 for 2. And of course, with the Pacers swapping Domantas Sabonis for Tyrese Haliburton, that's worked off big time for the Pacers. 11 points, 5 rebounds for Siakam. Wallace, saying to screen, wants to open space up. SGA sets back and fires the deep free. Bounced up and out. Turner the rebound. Yes, he beats out Hardenstein. Haliburton going to take over. Towards the right side. Haliburton swings one for Miles Turner's and rattled. Up and out. Siakam the rebounds. He sets up right wing for Aaron Nesmith the free. Big shot. Aaron Nesmith with another answer. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout with 7:36 to go here in this third quarter. Pacers cut to within 14. The Thunder still lead 68-54. We'll be right back here at Paycom Center. Tyrese Haliburton putting on the pressure with the dimes that he is dishing out to his teammates. Already, he has three assists, all of them in the first half. Pascal Siakam with 11 points. Miles Turner's woke it up here in the second half. 8 of his 12 points have come here in this third quarter. Haliburton 3 points. As the Thunder are slowing him down. Jay Williams too far in the shot. He'll get 2 shots. Haliburton has been neutralized here by the Thunder. Here in game 2. And even for the Pacers getting some answers from Turner and Siakam, they need their superstar to step up. This is their guy, Haliburton. Averaging 18.5 points per game in the playoffs. First shot for J-Dub, rattled out. He had to make those shots. They all count. Haliburton averaging 18.5 points per game with 9.5 assists per game in the playoffs with 8.9 rebounds per game. Second shot, good. It is 69-54 to lead for OKC. Moving up near side, Hallie to Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard draws Alex Caruso. A tough defensive assignment for anyone to have. Miles Turner inside to an open Nembhard who lays it in. How in the world does he get that wide open at the baseline? 7 minutes left here in the third. The Pacers are within 13. Hartenstein to an open Caruso. Right back at ya, he says. Alex Caruso does to the Pacers what Nembhard did to them's team. Hartenstein pokes it away. Has to get it off and does. SGA moves downhill. Left corner. Caruso waits. He'll give it back to SGA. Caruso moves around the baseline as Shea moves it himself. J-Dub. Caruso, right corner free. Yes, sir! The Caruso rating freeze down here at OKC. Inside Nembhard. Wants to move it through to Turner. He does. He waits it back. Over to Hallie. Back for Turner. Open space up. Turner answers. A shot from the free throw line. Got it there. 74-58. The OKC lead. Williams. Too far for Shea, but he gets the deflection towards himself. Hartenstein sets the screen up for Shea. Fires a mid-range shot. Got it! Shea Gilgeous-Alexander make it rain here. Siakam. Watched by Caruso. Towards the right, Haliburton. Loses his man. Left corner, Turner. Fakes the free. Gets Hartenstein to spin around. Hartenstein draws Haliburton now. Siakam fakes it. Caruso got the body on him. And a second foul here. So, SGA, a pure scorer. As he gets a lot of range from anywhere. He can shoot from anywhere and set things up from anywhere. He is the one who initiated the tic-tac-toe passing sequence as SGA found J-Dub once closed off. And that's the Caruso three-pointer. First shot is good. Siakam cuts it to a thin 17. For everything the Thunder throwing at the Pacers throwing at the Thunder always seem to answer back. Turner will sit down for the sequence. 12 points, 6 rebounds for Siakam. Aaron Wiggins in for Luguentz Dort. Let's see if the Lou chance will rain down if he makes a big shot. Obi Toppin on the court, Ben Shepherd too. Second shot. Good. The Siakam 2 for 2, cuts it to a within 16. We'll see if the bench unit can answer back for the Pacers. They've been good. Let's see if they can be better. SGA for the logo. Wiggins looks to set the screen and does on Nembhard. SGA drives out, kicks it out for Wiggins. Another deep shot for him. Money! Aaron Wiggins from Tulsa. Free pointers for Wiggins as he's catching it from everywhere. Siakam fouled once again. Wiggins didn't think it was a foul. Though Mark Daigneault, I think he's going to challenge this one. See if there's going to be a reversive ruling here. Wiggins from way deep. As Siakam on the other side. Brings the pressure inwards. No challenge from Mark Daigneault. All the Thunder players wanted Daigneault to challenge it. But no signal was made. The first shot. Got it. 5:15 to go here. Third quarter. It's Wiggins, another one of those core pieces for the Thunder. He hits 11 points. 3 of 4 from deep. Tremendous defense. And tremendous shooting for Wiggins. Waiting at Siakam, now he fires the second shot. Lofted in. 17-point game. Caruso will get this for Hartenstein and swing it back. Shea slowing the action down towards the left. Calmly takes it across the half-court line. Wiggins the screen. Shea draws Nembhard. Shakes once, twice. Wiggins doesn't shoot again. Inside, deflected up, right onto Haliburton. He'll move up. Hallie driving down the right hash. Kicking it up for Toppin. It'll be Toppin to Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard drives. He'll move it up as Caruso deflected it out. 12 to shoot. As I say, Hartenstein wants to get the defense reorganized. Good defense by Caruso to deflect the pass away. Pacers get some extra life here. Nembhard to inbound. Gets it to Haliburton. Fires it immediately. Too far. The rebound corralled. What's the rolling? Siakam thinks it's Pacer ball. OKC think it's Thunder ball. They're going to change the call. It's Pacers ball. Both Jalen Williams and Pascal Siakam touched it simultaneously. But Williams had the last touch after Siakam had it for a moment. Inside. No shot immediately from Shepherd. Toppin for the right wing. Drop back over to Shepherd. Shepherd hooks it over to an open top in right corner. Fires it. Can't hit it. Picked up by Caruso as he swings it up underhanded. 4:26 to go here in the third frame. Pacers 9-28 from free. Thunder 10-24. Downhill, SGA. Can't get the layup. Toppin up the far side. Ben Shepherd left corner. Closed out by Williams. Moved it all the way back out for Toppin. Downhill is Nembhard as he drives on Caruso. Kicks it out for Haliburton. Haliburton drives up. Fade. Scores! Tyrese Haliburton with just his second field goal of this game. 5 points, 2 of 7 shooting. Is he due for another fourth quarter explosion? J-Dub will drive up. Will draw 2 free throws. So with 3:50 to go, Andrew Nembhard kicking it out over to Haliburton, who drives up, gets the contact from Wiggins as he was driving downhill. He needs to get more aggressive with these shots. Haliburton, that is. And take advantage of defensive collapsing. The first shot for J-Dub. Got it. So more substitutions coming in. Thomas Bryant back on the court. The former Denver Nugget. Nembhard and Siakam check out. Benedict Mathurin also in. Ben Shepherd also out. TJ McConnell also in the game. As Williams is getting set to shoot the second one. Second one is good. Lead is 81-64, Oklahoma City. Down to the near side, McConnell towards the right. Toppin will shake and bake around to Haliburton. Taking control of this offense here with him being the floor general. Wheels on the route. Intercepted. Going downhill was SGA and J-Dub. Hokey one up. Oh! Obi Toppin got onto Shea's face. He gets helped up. But it was clear. There was contact. But Ian, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is doing it all. Shea's a little bit frustrated. Getting this downhill as he got the steal away. Poked it. He sinks the first free throw. Now he's been all over the court as the menace. As I was alluding, he pokes it away from Haliburton. That defensive pressure. And we have a timeout on the floor. With 3:32 left, Shea still has one more free throw to shoot. And Ian, as we get you back on here, SGA is doing it all.
Yep. Sounds like it. I wouldn't expect anything less of the MVP.
Yep. I'll say for the least, to be able to turn defense into offense. I know for the fact that the free throws get put under a deep microscope, but man, the way that That sequence doesn't end it. It was a fast break sequence, but an intelligent steal to get it away from Haliburton, the hero of Game 1. To get it downhill, it set his guys up for success. So in the meantime, as we go to the scoring around us, he has 22 points, 7 assists. That steal was his third steal of the game. Has 4 rebounds. Chet Holmgren with 11 points, all of them in the first half. 5 rebounds. J-Dub with 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Alex Caruso has 13 points. Exactly what the Thunder were looking for when they got him from the Chicago Bulls in the Josh Giddey trade. 3 of 6 from deep. Aaron Wiggins, 11 points, 3 of 4 from deep. The Pacers have balanced scoring, but they're not getting enough from their main guys. Haliburton has just 5 points. Siakam, 15 points, which is okay for 3 quarters, but you'd expect more from him and Haliburton. Nembhard with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Haliburton with 2 steals. Miles Turner, 14 points, but the Thunder are doing an excellent job at neutralizing Haliburton.
Yeah, and that right there is what they didn't do in Game 1. Haliburton he basically got free reign on their court. And with that, he made them pay.
At the same time, Haliburton is the guy you want for late game situations if you're the Pacers. But you have to take away him before you take away everyone else. For all to talk about Siakam being the leading scorer on the Pacers, Haliburton is always first priority, given that he is a setup man, that he can score and also dish it out. Bennedict Mathurin does a good job of closing out space on Shea, but Shea reads this and gets enough room on shooting this down the line. Efficient scorer. An efficient playmaker. Those are Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Tyrese Haliburton for you. Haliburton has had himself a rough night. Shea still has 1 more free throw to shoot. Rick Carlisle used his 5th timeout. Second shot is good. So he added that free throw right to it. He has 23 points. The lead is 83-64 as Haliburton sits on the bench. Moving towards Mathurin. Indiana needs points now. McConnell, with 3:18 left, sinks it back over to Nesmith. Hits the free. Aaron Nesmith hooks one from Evanston. Mathurin playing tight defense on SGA. The 1-on-1 matchup that Carlisle wants here. SGA. Whistle and a foul against Mathurin. That will put both teams on the bonus. The Mathurin shaking his head. As the fade to shoot the free for Nesmith. There'll be 2 more free throws for the Toronto, Ontario native. You know for a fact that as SGA sinks the first one, know for a fact that as much as Toronto loves their Raptors, can't help but think that they'd be rooting for SGA. But also, this summer, Aurora could be rooting for Andrew Nembhard. Second shot is good. Montreal, on the other hand, they might be conflicted between Luguentz Dort and Bennedict Mathurin, given they're both from Montreal. Toppin finds Mathurin. Mathurin waits some time out. Towards the left is a screen set from Bryant. Nesmith with a hold of it, driving down towards the left hash. Nesmith powering, right corner, gets it off on time. Nice block. As Chet Holmgren and Alex Caruso are both there. Kenrich Williams, backdoor. Oh! He got met by Thomas Bryant. It might be a goaltend, however. We're going to see if the hand was on the other side of the basket. Oh! Oh my goodness! His hand was on the other side of the rim. Just missed out barely. SGA fades, flies! That's SGA! He's got 27. McConnell will look at the left and shoot at the free throw line. Delivers! Teasy McConnell gets one back on the jumper. With 2:04 to go here in the third. Caruso will move to the right side with 2 minutes. Knocked away at the ball. And the bench points, speaking of huge contrast. Bench points 27-13, Oklahoma City. SGA being 6'6", one of the taller point guards that you'll have. Initially, he played shooting guard on the Los Angeles Clippers and the OKC Thunder in his early years. But he transitioned to point guard right after Chris Paul left. First shot's good. That was when Paul was traded to the Phoenix Suns for Abdel Nader. Cason Wallace swats back into the lineup. The foul on Nesmith as he knocks away the ball from Caruso, but gets contact on it, and Nesmith not happy. Body pressure, of course, being crucial. 2 for 2. Lead is 89-69. OKC. They want to secure the lead and keep it throughout. McConnell will look right wing side. Nesmith lets it fly and delivers. Nesmith. He is electric from 3-point range. Caruso delivers to Holmgren. Over to Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander moving around up from deep. Bounced up. Rebound tipped by Caruso. Nesmith the rebound. McConnell goes downhill. McConnell exits the paint. Thomas Bryant does so too. Nesmith, or rather Mathurin, shake and bake. Will find Nesmith. He drives up, steps back. Passes one up for Bryant. Fades away. He is fouled. Yeah, that's going to be SGA's first. Fans don't like it. But that's his third foul, actually. So he slides over and delivers the free. Nesmith. So Bryant will shoot 2. The first one, sunk it. If you want to get some open space and or catch and shoot free, Aaron Nesmith is your go-to guy. One of the better catch and shoot three-point shooters on the Pacers alongside Obi Toppin. You think of Klay Thompson as one of those spot-up three-point shooters who can deliver a catch and shoot free when he wants to. Steph Curry being another. The second shot rolled out and Hartenstein gets the rebound. Wallace back on the court. SGA will drive the paint towards the middle, towards the right side. Swung out for Hartenstein. The hook and ladder. Horchat! What a nice alley-oop between the Twin Towers. Mathurin will drive up. He is fouled. What a feed from Hartenstein to Holmgren. The alley-oop on a tic-tac-toe connection. Shea going right. Hartenstein gets the feed from him. And then the alley-oop to Chet. One-handed on the backdoor cut. That is a highlight reel play. Shooting to his Mathurin. Both teams in the bonus. First shot is good. It was rattled in. Just under a minute left in the third quarter. This is where the bulk of the free throw action is gotten. 11-13 Pacers. 11-12 Thunder. Fans on their feet trying to intimidate Indy here as Mathurin missed the second one. Hartenstein the rebound will drop it back for SGA. OKC chits here. He's waiting his timeout patiently. Is there going to be a screen here? There will be for Chet. Shea loses his man. Lays one up. Can't get it. Hartenstein keeps the play alive. Chet the free. Can't get it either. Mapper in the rebound. Difference is 4 seconds. Shot clock and game clock. The ball is thrown away. Here's a 2-on-1. Ball poked away. And it's saved by Chet. He'll cut around. What a feat. And a blocking foul against the Pacers. The practice three-pointer is irrelevant as Aaron Nesmith, who's been playing through injury in this postseason. The foul against him, he gets bludgeoned up by Chet. You see, Tyrese Haliburton with some struggles so far in game 2. You wonder if there's going to be a turnaround in the fourth quarter. The first shot, got it. He rattled it in. Howie's going to come back. Alex Caruso, Lugens Dort back. 14 points for Chet in game 2 tonight. 6-11 shooting. Chet was 2 of 9 in game 1 as Jalen Williams sits down. And Kenrich Williams swats in the place of SGA. Huge contributor on the floor as Chet takes 2 dribbles and fires this one off. Got it. 19-point lead for the Thunder. We'll see if there's another moment here for the Pacers to savor. 10 seconds. Haliburton gets it up. All alone is Nesmith left corner. Blocked. Cason Wallace got a hand on this. He blocked it out of bounds. 5.2 seconds left in the third. It'll be Howley inbounding. Does he call a play for someone just to get the feed right back? Deep inbound for Thomas Bryant. Swung to Nesmith. Nesmith drives up. No alley-oop as it bounced out, and that will do it for the third. The Thunder lead it 93-74. A standing ovation to what has been a near-perfect game for the Thunder here in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. While we return, it's the fourth quarter. Up next, Alec Nava, Ian Genge. We'll be right back.
Man, the Thunder are you pretty much put the nail on the head, Alec. The Thunder are playing a near perfect game from that they're a near perfect game, and it doesn't look like they're going to slow down.
It doesn't. That's the scary thing to note about. And among all the players, SGA's the only one to be utilized for over 30 minutes. That's how loaded the Thunder are. The Pacers, of course, have depth. The Thunder have their own depth as well. And we look at Alex Caruso and Aaron Wiggins. And even though he hasn't played a lot, Isaiah Joe is a dangerous spot-up three-point shooter. Speaks to how loaded up and down the lineup is. Kenrich Williams got some action for 7 minutes. Hartenstein, 18 minutes. The scary thing is they can use him either at the starting lineup or off the bench. My intuition tells me that the reason why they're having Hartenstein off the bench is for a move of strategy to counter the Pacers' speed. That's to get Cason Wallace on the starting five. Just meanwhile, most of the games are done on the MLB side from what I am looking at. Taking a look at the Red Sox-Yankees game. That's the only one that's going on right now. Boston is giving it to New York. 10-5-day lead at the ninth.
Oh, well, good Lord. And you know, it's a funny thing. Like, no matter how the seasons go, when it's a rivalry like Boston and the Yankees, no matter how those seasons go, whoever takes the season series that year, their fans will get to talk smack on the other no matter what. It's kind of like when what was that year where I think it was when there was one year in the NFC East where either the Giants, the Commanders were terrible, but they ended up sweeping a team that was way better than them. I think it might have been Philly, and the rules state, if you sweep a team in your division, but you're garbage, guess what? You can still talk smack to that team.
That's basically their Super Bowl. Just like it is for the Red Sox, this is their World Series. Back here from OKC is Aaron Wiggins. Moves to Hartenstein. Lays one up. Tough bucket. He catches Andrew Nembhard. Oh my goodness. 95-74 with the Thunder leading early stages of the fourth quarter. Haliburton will look. And we have an offensive whistle. So nothing more here for the Pacers as they're called, I believe, for traveling. It's been home runs for the Red Sox in the later innings. Adrian Toro, Trevor Story, and Rafael Devers. J-Dub moves back for Caruso. Swung into an open Aaron Wiggins. With 3, with 2. Drives downhill. Lost the ball. But it goes out of bounds with 1 second on the shot clock. Yeah, Haliburton was called for traveling. That was the official ruling. So now, with 1 second, watch the free-pointer if you're the Pacers. You do not want to give up an outside corner free. Watch for Aaron Wiggins in this scenario. Casey Wallace catch and shoot free. Blocked by Hallie. And that will force the Pacers to get the ball. 24-second violation against the Thunder because the ball did not hit the rim. 5 points for Hallie. So after the fourth quarter heroics, he's been silenced by the Thunder. Silenced by the Storm. Haliburton wants to set up at the right wing side. He'll feed for Turner. Oh! He throws it down on Hartenstein. Even for it being a disappointing game for the Pacers, that's a signature moment for Miles Turner. A slam in the NBA Finals. Pulling back for Jalen Williams. Williams, mid-range shot. Bounced up and out. Caruso tried to save it. Wiggins does so. The free on the way. Too far. Casey Wallace, another offensive rebound. Another three-pointer. Yes, sir! Third time is the charm. Siakam keeps it away from 2 approaching OKC guys. Haliburton drives. Knocked away by Wallace. He goes downhill. West side. Wiggins. J-Dub the rebound. Tempts it to himself. But a whistle. Was he in the act of shooting? But OKC, of course, getting the offensive rebounds to their advantage with Alex Caruso keeping this one, and then Casey Wallace. 98-76 here. 153 gone in the fourth quarter. Haliburton is a new nickname called The Moment. Nice touch there as he has 4 go-ahead or game-tying shots in the final 5 seconds of fourth quarter overtime. Caruso, too far. And Hartenstein keeps it alive. Caruso, backdoor. He lays it. Putting on a Caruso. Is the basket going to count? We're going to check it. As Hartenstein gets the deflection. So the foul wasn't during the shot. They say the foul was not during the shot. It was before it. Jalen Williams took a ladder. Hardenstein deflected away. Stuffed by Siakam. Ball bounces to Wiggins. J-Dub, too hot to handle. With 2. Wiggins has to get it up in a hurry. Can't get it. The clock is reset. Turner lost it. Hardenstein touched it though. What is happening? I know the Thunder are up by 22, but that doesn't stop me from saying what is happening because it's pure chaos. The Pacers answer. It's a 20-point game. They are down by 20 now. And now another whistle. Pascal Siakam not happy. So it's starting to get a little tighter as Turner had the one out of balance. The Thunder thought they should have kept that. But that's not what the officials saw. Hardenstein towards the left. Wiggins. Caruso backdoor. Close stop. Reverse layup. He is fouled. He's always over the court. No matter where he's at. Even if a different jersey number as opposed to number 6. Can't choose number 4 because that's retired by, to honor Nick Collison, one of the best role players in OKC Thunder history. First shot is good. Puts them within 1 at the century mark. A lot of players, any player would love to have anyone like Caruso. Dynamic two-way presence and a vocal leader all over the court. No matter where he's at between the Lakers, Bulls, and Thunder. Second shot is good. Almost was a lane violation. 4 fouls against Spicy P. Turner sets the screen for Hallie, who delivers. Built for the moment. And he is the moment. Down the near side, it is J-Dub. Siakam not trying to foul. J-Dub takes it on the mid-range jumper from the free throw line. Williams with the answer. On the right, it is Spicy P. Pacers need to answer back quickly. Right rebound is knocked away by Wiggins. He just kept his toes on the line. J-Dub will step back and fire again. Can't deliver again. Siakam this rebound. Up the opposite side, Nembhard spins. Full throttle. Nembhard gets away from Dort. Shepard finding Nembhard again. Nembhard stumbles, is tripped. Foul on the play. Luguentz Dort, part of that 2020 OKC Thunder team that first made the playoffs between him and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That team also had Danilo Gallinari, Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder. That's a 4th foul against Dort. At the time when Darius Baisley imitated Kawhi Leonard at the hey, backdoor to slam. Hallie with the one-handed jam. That might not be the natural motion. Oh, a car crash between J-Dub and Turner. So J-Dub took a shot from Turner on the way back, but a feed to Tyrese Haliburton, who gets a clear path and a business decision from Cason Wallace. 6 points this quarter for Hallie. He's still waiting along onwards for the perfect timing. And now, Rick Carlisle upset. He's going to use his challenge. With 8:02 left in the 4th quarter, we're going to go to break.
Man, I'll tell you what. If this is how every game is going to look, I am very excited.
Oh, you know, low-key, I am excited for this NBA Finals. Even though people are going to complain about low ratings and all of that. Well, people are really missing out. And it's a shame that the marketing for this finals is not what it used to. It's not at the level that which we were anticipating. What I want for the next TV contract is for ABC and NBC to alternate coverage of the NBA Finals.
Man, what I want at some point is Kevin Hart. I don't care how they do it. Just get Kevin Harlan to commentate one of these finals games.
Probably a crossover between ESPN and TNT, for that matter. Though TNT is a Warner network, NBC is a Comcast network. But
right.
Kevin Harlan, if any chance, if we're looking at anyone to commentate a game, Kevin Harlan, he'd work big. That would work big time for Westwood One Radio or Sports USA for that matter. Whoever lends the radio coverage, is if we can alternate between them. But it's going to be amazing. However, many are going to point to saying yikes for basketball and saying that there's a realistic scenario that the Four Nations Championship game could likely have more viewers on average than the NBA Finals this year. There's a realistic scenario for that. But what I'd say to that, hockey bros and gals, we are back.
So back.
Oh, yeah. And with the two games that we delivered, the two games that were delivered in the Stanley Cup Final, what else is there to say than we want 7 games of this theater? And I think no matter what happened, there was a part of me that said best case scenario for both the Oilers and the Panthers in the first 2 games was a 1-1 split.
Yep, and I still, I think it might be a 1-1 split in Florida too.
Yeah. However that order goes is yet to be determined, but I'm more likely to see that the Oilers would turn on the Jets and go absolutely ham in games 4 through 7, because under Chris Knobloch, that's what they've done on a historical basis. The Panthers will give them fits. That's to be expected. But I expect a tight series. If either one of these two teams take game 3, then I expect the response to be just as strong. I'll say if Florida wins game 3, Edmonton wins game 4. That's how I see it.
I have to agree with you.
Right, so J-Dub makes the first shot, but I think that's the pattern in which we're realistically seeing. 18 points tonight for Jalen Williams. His second shot is sunk. He's up to 19. Just 17 points for Williams in the first game. Not shabby for 17 points as he was getting onto the action in his finals debut. 29 feet. Oh my! Haliburton with a hand on his face somehow finds a way. Pacers still trail by 19. 104-85 with the Thunder leading. SGA's double team. He free space up for Chet. On the right wing, it is J-Dub. Open man, left wing, Aaron Wiggins! He knocks it down from Wichita Falls! What a game for Wiggins. He has 17 points. 5 of 8 from deep. Hook and ladder pass to Turner. Can't answer. Haliburton chases down the rebound. Rather Shepard. Pass to an open top and left corner. Rimmed out. Holmgren gets rid of the ball. Top it all the way across. Turner sets up for Howie. He drives. Gets it back. Dangerous pass. In front on the reverse towards Toppin. Obi Toppin towards the right side. Nearly intercepted, as that was knocked away by Jalen Williams to force it being out of bounds. 107-85. The challenge was not successful for Rick Carlisle. He has his one timeout. With 5, driving down the layup. Blocked with a foul by Chet. Benedict Mathurin driving down the lane. 6:44 to go. We know how these two could catch fire. But there's no Mockingjay to be seen in the distance, and I don't mean to make Hunger Games puns. Mathurin shooting 2. It's Wiggins with 17 points. First shot, good. One of the better 6 men for the Pacers, alongside Obi Toppin. A reliable bench as Caruso comes back out. A reliable bench wins you games, and both teams are aware of such. 39-16, the bench points in favor of OKC. Yes, it's storming outside the arena. 2 for 2 is Mathurin. Yeah, there are storms outside the arena. I know the middle of this the United States is known as Tornado Alley. But whether that be for Mother Nature or for Oklahoma City literally bringing the thunder is yet to be determined. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, oh my goodness. A mid-range shot of his hand on his face. He's got 29 on 10 of 19. Efficient night for him. Bryant passes up on the free. Toppin drives down deep. His layup didn't go. Knocked out of bounds. That was off OKC. But SGA had Ben Shepherd on his face. Of course, he's willing to take the aggressive shots. The signs were there dating back to his Clippers year. As the year he was with the Clippers. Of how he can develop into an NBA star. We didn't imagine him being a superstar. Toppin saves it for Mathurin. Mathurin moves up. Pumps up. Drives. Finishes. Mathurin answers the SGA mid-range jumper with one of his own. He has 10 points in 16 minutes. Slowing down the action is SGA. Almost lost it. Fouled by Thomas Bryant. That might be 4. With 5:50 to go. A chance for another 30-point playoff game for SGA. He's been on a tear. That's what he does. McConnell with 2 fouls against him. 29 for him. He gets 1. So he's up to 30. And for the rest of the board, it's 19 for J-Dub, 15 for Chet. Caruso and Wiggins each have 17. Second shot, perfect. He's up to 31. Balanced scoring. 7 dimes for Shea as well. Don't forget that. McConnell delivers right. Mathurin moves down deep. We'll kick it out. Haliburton pumps and drives. Short. And the rebound's tipped by Dort. On for SGA. The Thunder have controlled this game from start to finish. And they're showing no signs of relinquishing this lead. SGA alley-oop to Caruso. Can't slam it down. Caruso will drive up. Trying to finish one. Smoked it. And went off the glass. Hallie. Moving inside for Mathurin. Euro steps. And lays it. Benedict Mathurin. What a fourth quarter he's had. 5 minutes to go here. In the final act of Game 2. J-Dub towards SGA and then back. Driving down. Intercepted. Obi Toppin throws to Hallie. Watched by Caruso. Sets one up. McConnell. Toppin. Knocked away. Is intercepted back. J-Dub has Chet on the right side. The Thunder are slowing the pace down methodically. Fans on their feet as SGA has the ball. SGA moves up. We'll kick it out. Left wing for J-Dub. No. And another rebound by the Pacers with 4:20 to go. McConnell drives it down. McConnell wants to kick it towards the right corner and does. Catch and shoot for Hallie. He delivers. Tyrese Haliburton cuts it to a 17-point game with 4:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. They need a miracle. 17 points, 12 of them this quarter for Hallie. And a timeout call. with 4 minutes to go by Mark Dagno. The Thunder trying to continue establishing cruise control with 4 minutes to go. We'll return.
Alright, so 4 minutes left. Thunder have a 17-point lead. So if they just play efficient basketball the rest of the way, they take game 2 and head to Naptown with a 1-1 tie.
That looks to be that way. Going over to the American capital of racing, Indianapolis, Indiana. Of course, noted for the Indy 500 and IndyCar races. Not just the Indy 500, there's the road course. And fun fact about that speedway, it has a golf course inside it. Got to it now because I didn't know that there was a golf course inside Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I didn't know that either, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh. I mean, it's for enjoyment. Outside the action that's at the road course and the main speedway in the oval. There's several more races to do at IMS. Later in the NASCAR season, it's the Brickyard 400, one of the 3 crown jewels of their season. It is the shortest crown jewel by distance. And meanwhile, over at Michigan International Speedway, it is Denny Hamlin getting the victory on a race that William Byron dominated. Second time in 3 weeks that Byron dominated a race, yet came up empty-handed. As he, in the Coca-Cola 600, he lost to Ross Chastain, who started dead last. Unbelievable. It's easily the biggest win in the history of Trackhouse racing. As we get back onto the court, OKC has been electric all game long with their big 3 of SGA, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. And keep in mind, this is no super team. This is a core that was built from scratch. Built from the pieces of the Paul George trade, along with an original pick. Chet was the 2nd overall pick in the Paolo Banchero draft. A young core of a bright future. Now who knows who stays and who goes because luxury tax is a thing. 111.94 as we get back into action. SGA, 3:55 to go. Drives downhill, puts one up, and lays it in. Puts the foul. The Pacers checked out their starters. And SGA have a chance to check out in style here. The explosive offense. He was watched by rookie Johnny Furphy, number 12 in gold. One of the reasons why he's on the line because Jarris Walker's hurt. Shea sinks the and one. What a night for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. What a night for the Thunder in general. But we are used to seeing this as the layup is good from McConnell. And we wonder when the stars are going to get checked out for OKC. They delivered themselves a masterclass here in Game 2. The 5 guys. Caruso to free. He gets another one. 20 points for the Caruso show. What a night. And I can't say that enough. At the other end, layup is good. That was not Johnny Furphy. That was TJ McConnell. The Caruso's got 20. 42-25. OKC the favor in bench points. Dribbling this is SGA. Gets the switch with Furphy on him. Not the matchup that Furphy would want. SGA double pump. Bounces out though. Mathurin goes ahead of steam. Bring it back for him. He'll fire free. He draws a foul. It's going to be free shots. It's going to be free throws, but first and third, more the Yankees, 2 outs. So it's 11-7 Red Sox as Toro gets a double, scored in Mayer. Aaron Judge, homer to right center, scoring in Wells. SGA 33, J-Dub 19, Chet 15. That's among the big three for OKC tonight. Their bench players also chiming in. Caruso 20, Wiggins 17. And everyone's going to get mass scale substitutions after these free throws from Mathurin. Ben Shepherd on the floor. Thomas Bryant as well. First shot. Good. So, as Scott Van Pelt is waiting at the side for Sports Center. Mathurin waits. And he'll fire this one. Short on the second one. And now the substitutions. So the deep reserves are coming in. J-Dub and Chet check out. So does SGA. To a standing ovation here at Paycom Center. You can't stress this enough for all of those guys on how effective they were on both ends of the floor. How dominant they were throughout. So seeing Caruso and Wiggins on the court. So it's not a full substitution of all his guys for Mark Daigneault. 2 for 3 is Mathurin. As the Pacers reach the century mark. So, if you're Indiana, you go back to Gamebridge with the series even. And now you're going to face the Thunder on the road. The adjustments you have to make, you have to play what worked in the second half of Game 1. The layup is blocked, but there's a foul as Aaron Wiggins wanted to drive. James Johnson in the game now. Yes, that James Johnson.
That man is the definition of a veteran.
First shot's good. Yep, veteran. And also an agitator that he can get under anyone's skin. And more standing goes. Dort and Caruso both check out. So the deep reserves coming onto the court. So Daigneault waits in timeout so as to get all the deep reserves back in. Jay Will, who is the other Jalen Williams, he checks in. Normally a reliable bench player. Now he's a deep reserve. Second shot, double rimmed out. Rebounded by Furphy. For all to talk about the Pacers, the Thunder, they've suffocated the Pacers defensively all game long without any signs of slowing down. And it worked here, the formula in Game 2. They are a perfect 4-0 in games following a loss. Even though Jay Will lost out of bounds, the Thunder know that whenever they face adversity, they know how to overcome it. And now they're about to improve to a perfect 5-0 in games following a loss this postseason. Adam Silver watches onwards. Excellent on-court product for both teams. The fast-paced offense of the Pacers and the stingy two-way play of the Thunder. The shot won't go from free for the Pacers, but it will effectively run out more clock. The bench points 43-27 Thunder. And for one, the Pacers, they have some work to do getting back to the capital of Indiana, Indianapolis. Of course, they have vastly improved on defense ever since the turn of the new year, but there's still work to be done. Ben Shepherd hits a free. As it's a 15-point game. We're cutting down into the final minute. 70 seconds left. But Oklahoma City has been all over it. This crowd has been in it from the very start. And the only concern I have for everyone else is to drive home safely. Because in the meantime, as all of this is going out, in the meantime in which this is going on, there are thunderstorms at Oklahoma City. And heavy rain pours at the area. So that's why I'm wishing everyone to drive home safely. First shot's good on the free throws. So this team is going to be sticky around for a while. Second shot's good. We know the Thunder, how they're built, and with the boatload of picks that they have. Many players are going to be due for pay raises. Mikado, Routers went in. But nonetheless, it's going to be very eventful, the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are championship favorites. The Thunder intentionally running clock out. Screen set for A.J. Mitchell from Dylan Jones. Kicked out right corner. Another free. And of course, the crowd roars. You know they are wild. They love this. A fabulous night on the court as James Johnson lays it up. But that should run the clock out. That's what they had to do. A standing ovation from Thunder faithful as they even the series up 1 game apiece. Effective on the offensive end. All-around contributions. Not just from SGA, but from the bench. From J-Dub and Chet. This series is even at 1. OKC wins 123-107.
And with that, it's off to Naptown for Game 3 on Tuesday, I believe.
Either Tuesday or I think it is Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The Pacers will return to Indianapolis, but job's not done for both teams. We can expect a good series out of both clubs. But still, 3 wins away for both sides. But OKC, of course, the edge defensively, and this game showed us why. That's going to do it. Anything else before we wrap it up, Ian?
No, sir. Excellent broadcast as always.
Alrighty. So, to give you the final stats to start the show, SGA, 34 points with 8 dimes. Jalen Williams, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 24 Caruso with 3 rebounds. Aaron Wiggins, 18 points, 4 rebounds. And Chet Holmgren, 15 points, 6 rebounds, a block. The Pacers with 7 players with double figures. Not enough, though. That's going to do it. From Oklahoma City, alongside Ian Genge, I am Alec Nava, saying good night.